Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. This one is going to be a premiere, I guess a raffle is the way you get this new premiere card called the Visas Star Frost. It's actually pretty interesting. We got new Thunder Spore, and on top of that, that V-Jump promo that they've been hyping up finally gets its effect revealed. But let's go ahead and get started with this card because they were really hyping this one up. But if you're excited about new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, drop a like on this video because we're about to check out some. So anyways, Aliron is a level 1 wind machine effect monster, 0 attack, 0 defense points, and it says that it's always treated as a SkyStriker card. It says you can only use this card's name first or third effect per turn and only once a turn. The first effect is during the main phase. As a quick effect, you can target a SkyStriker ace monster you control, equip this card from your hand or field to that target. Unfortunately, it's only during the main phase. If it was from the battle phase, it would make more sense because I see this like the stat boost of 400 right here. With the second effect, a SkyStriker ace monster equipped with this gains 400 attack. Yeah, again, it should have been during like the battle phase or when your opponent declares an attack or during the main phase. Would have been a lot better. The third effect though is if this card on the field is destroyed, you get to send one SkyStriker spell from your deck to the graveyard. Really wish it was being able to be added from the deck to your hand or from the graveyard to your hand. Yeah, I know you can recycle some of the cards, but overall, I guess it does dump another spell if you really need one. But overall, you go way too minus to be like, okay, I need that third spell. Okay, just send, because it has to be on the field being destroyed. So when you just set this card past, let it go away, like, I don't know. I think it's a little bit too slow to be viable, and this part effect is too slow too. It should be like as a quick effect during either player's battle phase. I just don't think it's that great. But you guys that play SkyStrikers, let me know. I don't know if I would max out on 3 copies. It's more of a niche card, but there might be a combo with it that actually makes it a lot better, depending on what you maybe need in the graveyard. So it could be something, but it has to be destroyed. That's the problem. I just, yeah, not too hot for me. I think they kind of overhyped that card for the V-Jump. But we have the new Thunders over here, and then on top that we have the new Premier Event card, which is a raffle lottery card, I guess. Anyways, starting off, we have the Splight Blue. This is for, I guess, a new Thunder archetype. I don't know why Sprite is shown here, but maybe it'll make sense. Maybe it's a meme. So we have Splight. Oh, is that why the Sprite Splight? Is that what they're called? The Splight archetype? Oh, okay, I get it now. All right, Splight Blue, level 2 Dark Thunder effect monster, 1,100 attack, 1,000 defense points. It says you can only special summon with the first procedure of this card's name once per turn, and you can only use its second effect once per turn. The first part of the effect is if you control a level/rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. The second effect is if this card is special summoned, you get to add one Splight monster from your deck to your hand, except for Splight Blue. So pretty good effect. If it's special summon, you get to add whatever, and this is not even just by its own effect. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, I like it. So you can Call of the Haunted or use another card to bring it back. Add any, or you can just like summon a card that lets you special summon a card from your hand. Was that like a Marauding Captain, right? You just add any Splight monster. That's a pretty good effect. Searching out anything in the deck. Let's see the rest of the cards though. Splight Jet, level 2 Dark Thunder effect monster, 1,300 attack, 700 defense points. You can only special summon with the first procedure of this card's name once per turn, and you can only use its second effect once per turn. The first effect is you control a level/rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. So the next part of the effect is if this card is special summoned, you get to add one Splight spell/trap from your deck to hand. So you have to search any monster and the spells and traps. Really, really good effect. But those spell and traps, the monsters have to be good. So next up we have the Splight Pixies, level 2 Dark Thunder effect monster, 1,400 attack, 1,400 defense points. You can only special summon with the first procedure of this card's name once per turn. You can only use its second effect once per turn. First part is if you control a level 2/rank 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second part is if another of your rank link 2 monster battles an opponent's monster during damage check, that you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Your battling monster gains attack and defense equal to that opponent's monster's current attack until the end of this turn. Okay, pretty good. So you have like an honest kind of ability. Pretty decent, but I think that effect has kind of been phased out, especially if you search the card, your opponent's going to know you have it, right? Unless they don't read, which is a very relevant thing. Next up, we have the Splight Red. This is a level 2 Fire Thunder effect monster, 1,200 attack, 1,800 defense points. It says you can only special summon with the first procedure of this card's name once per turn, and you can only use the second effect once per turn. So the first effect is you control a level/link 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. The second part is when your opponent activates a monster effect, as a quick effect, you can tribute one other level/rank slash link to monster, negate the activation. Then if you attributed a rank slash link to monster, you can destroy that monster. Okay. So you contribute, that's actually a pretty decent effect. One other means, I'm pretty sure it means that you can't use itself. I guess you can just negate, or you can negate and destroy, but considering you can search out for anything, interesting so far. Next up we have the Splight Carrot, which is a level 2 thunder effect monster, 1000 attack, 1900 defense points. It says you can only spell summon with the first procedure of this card's name once per turn, and you can only use the second effect once per. The first part of the effect is you control a level slash link 2 monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Second effect is when your opponent activates a spell slash trap card or effect as a quick effect, you can contribute one other level slash rank slash link to monster, negate the activation. If you attribute a rank slash link to monster, you can destroy that card. So you have negate spells, traps, you have negate effects over there. You have omni negation, you have search spells and traps. We have to wait and see the spells and traps to see if this is actually good, because it's actually not looking too bad. Next up we have the Gigantic Splight, which is a rank 2 Dark Thunder Exceeds effect monster. I guess this is their kind of like their little boss monster here. So 16 attack defense, 2 level 2 monsters, so it's generic, and it says for this card 67, you can treat link 2 monsters you control as level 2. You can use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. The first part of it, if it has a fusion, synchro, exceeds, and or link monsters materials, its original attack is doubled. Even 3200 is like kind of meh. But second part of the effect is during your main phase, neither player can special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for level slash rank slash link 2 monsters. Also detach one material from your Xyz monster, and if you do, special summon one level 2 monster from your deck. Okay, special summon from the deck, OP. Any level 2 monster, that's actually a pretty dang insane effect. This effect is so good, but it's during your main phase that you're activating this effect, right? So I'm not sure. Like, I mean, yeah, there would be some cards where your opponent could like Nibiru, right? It's or like what else would like these special, like no one plays Gorge, Tragodia, but there could be some other archetypes that would special summon during your turn. I don't know. Unfortunately, it's for the rest of this turn, not until the next turn though. So like it really ruins it being like OP. But like, there's got to be, if there's a way to activate this effect during your opponent's turn, maybe the other thing will make him quick effects, and then okay, then it's looking good. Next up, we have the Splight Elf. This is a link to Fire Thunder link effect monster. 1400 attack, it's a link 2 in the bottom left and the bottom right for the zones. It's 2 monsters, including a level slash rank slash link 2 monsters. And it says you can only use the second effect of this card's name per turn, cannot be used as link material, the turn is link sum. The first effect is your opponent cannot target monsters this card points to with card effects. Second part is during the main phase, a quick effect, you can target one level 2 monster in your graveyard, special summon it. If your opponent controls a monster at activation, you can target a rank slash link 2 monster instead. Next up, we have Splight Starter, which is a quick play spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. The first part of it says you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn. After this card resolves, except for level slash rank slash link 2 monsters, also special summon one Splight monster from your deck, and if you do, lose life points equal to its original attack. They don't really have that much attack anyways, but like it's like anywhere from like, what's that, like 1000 to what, like 1400? It's not that bad. Still a pretty decent little effect, and it's a quick play too. So you can bring out the other cards that activate like negate spell monster effects, so you can choose what you need. That's pretty good. Gamma Burst, quick play spell card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name per turn, only once a turn. All level slash rank slash link 2 monsters currently on the field gain 1400 attack and defense until the end of this turn. Second part is during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard and target a level slash rank slash link 2 monster you control, gains 1400 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. Okay, so you're able to do stuff, but like you already have like an Honest in the deck. Next up, we have Splight Smashers, which is a quick play spell card. It says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. One to banish one Spriggans, Therians, or Splight card from your hand or graveyard to activate one of these effects. Special summon a Spriggans from your deck, special summon a Therians from your graveyard, banish one level slash rank slash link 2 monster you control, and one card your opponent controls. Overall, very versatile card, but what's interesting is that you can search the spell and traps. Obviously, they're going to be more likely getting some more support in the future. It's looking like a pretty okay-ish archetype. I mean, it has like what is core needed in any good archetype, which is searching the monsters, searching any of the spells, and it's got like actual negate and destroy, right? Kind of like hefty on the requirements, but the whole stun aspect, you need to activate your effects during your opponent's turn. If you could do that somehow, the deck is going to be actually pretty solid. Next up though, this is the new Premier card. So It's only given out as an ultra rare during a raffle lottery prize during an event being held on May 14th. It was tweeted out on their Twitter, but let's check out the effect because that's what we're really here for. But this is the new Premier Special card. It is a Warrior Tuner effect. Is that level 6? Level 6 Light Warrior. Okay, Tuner, 2100 attack and defense. And it says, actually, we can just read it from this effect right here. If this card is in your hand, you get to target one monster you control with a different type and attribute. And it is a Warrior Tuner and is light. Okay, so then this card, destroy that monster, and if you do, special summon this card. You can only use this effect of Vista Starfrost once per turn. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can make this card gain attack equal to half the original attack or defense of that monster, whichever is higher, your choice if tied. So the other effect of when it destroys something to gain the extra stat boost, maybe it could be used, but for the most part, it's basically going to be used in a lot of different decks that are being popped via an effect. I mean, at the moment I can think of, you can throw this in a lot of different decks, right? You just target any monster with a different type and attribute. You could use that in dinos. You could just go dinos, and then you have a level 6 tuner that you could just go off with plays. I like this card. It actually opens up the doors for a lot of different decks where if it would be like destroyed via a card effect, you get some bonus. And then on top of that, again, it is a light warrior. There's probably going to be a lot of people that splash this in. This is like a pretty decent card. Again, it's just like a tuner that you get to bring out. You do lose one card for it, but the fact that it's level 6 tuner, yeah, it is definitely going to be viable in the game. People will figure out how to break this. This is a pretty good premier event card. I'm not sure when this is coming out other than, oh, Defo over here, I guess. Is that Dimension Fusion? Or, I don't know. I remember off the top of my head, but nonetheless, being a premier card that's a raffle only, at least at the moment, I think that it's only in that rarity it's in that one, but I'll go into the details later. I'll double check on that. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Let me know, guys, what you think of the new premier like card that you have to get as a raffle. Is it OP? I think it's pretty solid though. Like I said, people will make use out of it. And the other cards, the Thunder Archetype is looking pretty interesting, but let me know your thoughts down below. But thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. If you're new, hit subscribe, turn the bell so you don't miss out when we cover more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the future. Take care. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.